What's happening, everybody? Man, I didn't know I was going to get to go live tonight. I had a lot of stuff I had to do, and I was just sitting here thinking to myself, man, you know what? I think I want to go live. Um, I've got some stuff I want to discuss. Got some people I might want to irritate. Let me be clear, though. It's not my intentions to piss anyone off or anything like that. The reason for these videos is very simple. They're here for public viewing. Anyway, before I get too off into all this stuff, let me go and thank all my sponsors up for tonight. So first up, we have Hail Speed Shop, hailspeedshop.com. Man, I'll tell you what, I love their flannel shirts. Somebody left a comment that they're not even flannel. So they're cool shirts, great prices, lots of different stuff. I wear them all the time. I love them. I love their t-shirts. They've gotten into doing blankets now. Blankets are awesome. You just really need to go over to hailspeedshop.com and check them out and order you some stuff up. They're worth it. They've got great stuff. Go check them out at hailspeedshop.com and check them out on all the social media platforms. So next up, geez, grabbing this cursor is hard. Next up is our good friends over at Jade Affiliated, jadeaf.com. Jade Affiliated all over the interwebs, on all your social media platforms. You need custom wheels, they have you covered. They've got everything you need. What's up, Nancy Weems, Joshua Stewart? Appreciate you watching. Alex J. Bart in the house. Good to have you going on, Alex. You are going to love tonight's show. You're that kind of dude. What's up, Mr. Timothy Skates? But y'all get over to jadeaf.com, order you up some wheels, man. He's got the stuff going on. He's actually working on some parts for me right now. And Jade Affiliated is just a killer dude, makes great motorcycle wheels, anything you can need on all the social media platforms. Go check them out at jadeaf.com. Next up, man, I'll tell you, this is getting good. American Drag Seats, americandragseats.com. What's up, Uncle Bruno? Watching from the grind. Custom motorcycle seats. That's what we do. Custom upholstery, custom seat pans, custom foam, custom covers. We have a full line of stock or aftermarket Harley seats that you can get. Anything you could possibly need at americandragseats.com. Get on over to the website, check us out. You need a custom seat made, we can do it. We're also on all of the social media platforms. Check us out, American Drag Seats. Next up, our good buddy, Mr. Daniel Roby over at urbanridesmagazine.com. Urban Rides Magazine all over the interwebs, on all the social media platforms. Great guy, great magazine, Street Bagger Magazine. You got to get you a subscription. He's at all the rallies, coast to coast, does bike shows, stereo competitions, all that stuff. And he's a great voice for all of the rallies when you can't make them. So get on over to urbanridesmagazine.com, get your subscription, and follow him on all the social media platforms. Man, this scrolling button to get to these things is hard. Next up is our good friend, Earl Hopkins at hopkins-design.com. You need a website, you need photos, you need print, you need logos, videos, everything. Earl at hopkins-design.com is the man. He does all of it. So let me check. I want to just check real quick before I get going too crazy tonight. All right. So, all right, let me get on what I'm getting on and talking about tonight. What's up, Timothy Skates? Congratulations on the wins, brother. You deserve it. Congratulations on the what is it even called? The invitation to Mama Triad. You're doing great things. So anyway, let me get off into this. If you're watching the show, please leave a comment where you're watching from. City or state, doesn't matter to me, either one. I appreciate that. What's up, Mr. Derek, the Upgrade Bolden? So tonight's show, is probably going to piss a couple of people off, and it's not meant towards any one individual. Let me put it to you like that. It's not meant to piss anybody off. It's not meant to call people out. It's not meant to do any of that. What it's actually meant to do is give people information. You need information so that you're not an idiot when it comes to some of the things that's going on in the motorcycle industry, in the whole world, basically. In the free world, America, free trade, free enterprise, you make things, you build things, you sell things, you make money. That's what we do. So I'm actually going to give you guys, watching from Bailey's basement. So what I want to discuss with you guys tonight is trademarking and branding and patenting. So over the last couple of years, and I'm just going to say the last couple of years because I don't want to go all the way back, since the beginning of time. But for a while now, a lot of builders have been starting to manufacture some parts. We've got it in the bagger industry. It's in the bagger industry. There's, a handful of guys out there building these body kits. There's a handful of companies out there making the wheels. Handful of companies out there making the widgets and the what's ifs and the little things here and there. Yes, John Lynch, it is going to be juicy because I can guarantee you I'm going to end up getting text messages, emails, phone calls, and even some of you guys that are fans of the show that watch it on a regular basis that secretively have my back, you may be getting some phone calls when I'm done with this show. It's not going to be a long show, but it is going to be a direct, right to the point show. Let me get back to what I was saying. So, for all of y'all that don't know, that haven't been watching the show, that may be tuning in for the first time tonight, things of that nature, I have owned my own business since 1997. Okay? Do the math on that. That's a long freaking time. That's 28 years of being in business. Now, everybody knows I've actually, in 2008, when the economy crashed, I did go get a day job. I worked that day job for ever and a day. So I had to supplement my income because the economy just wasn't that good. It wasn't strong enough to support a want industry. What I mean by a want industry is the custom, mute that notification. I don't know what notification you're talking about. But anyway, a want industry is stuff you want. It's not stuff you need. Groceries is a need industry because we need food. We need sustenance. We need things to keep our bodies going. In the metalworking field, it's a need industry on the side that I'm on. There are, wants to the metal fabrication side, but realistically, the majority of what all we're doing out here right now in the motorcycle land is all a want industry. There's very, very few things in the motorcycle industry that are a need industry. Now, you can argue and split hairs, but the reality is, if you own a motorcycle, it's because you want one. It's not because you needed one. What's up, Scott Hoover? So what I'm about to say is that in this industry, I've been telling you guys for years, literally, I've been saying this for at least 7 years. If you rely on just one thing, and that's all you do, you will go out of business. The reason you're going to go out of business is because everything is a fad. Everything in the motorcycle industry is a fad. From the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and now in our glorious year of the Lord 2025, it's a fad. It will not last forever. It may last for a long time, but it's not going to last forever. So you have to diversify. You have to do more than just one thing and be a one-trick pony. Now, let me get into the meat and potatoes of what I was actually talking about. So, in all the 28 years that I've been in business, I have had to learn things about doing taxes. I've had to learn things about offering services, payroll taxes, unemployment taxes. I've had to learn things about being sued. I've had to learn things about franchising, because I've had my hands in two or three different industries that, at one point in time, I actually thought that I was going to franchise the car wash that I started. Well, after I went to the course, because there was a course you could go to, and it was in Georgia. I went to the course, found out about franchising, licensing, and all of these different things. So I knew some about that too. But tonight's show is actually about parts. If I make a part, me personally, if I make a part and I'm like, man, this is the coolest thing in the world. This is the coolest thing in the world. And then I blast it on social media that I made this cool part. And then let's just say 2 years go by. Everybody knows that Kevin builds this part. And then all of a sudden, someone else, boom, they build this part. It's very similar to mine. Do I have the right to go and get upset at that guy for making the part that I've already been making for 2 years? Do I have the right to blast him all over social media? Do I have the right to even make a simple post and say, well, I did it first, you can't do it? No, I don't. I don't have that right. Let me tell you why I don't have that right. Unless I took the time, got an attorney, and patented that product, I don't own it. I may have created it out of thin air and it never existed before, but if I didn't have the money to go out and get a patent, I don't own it. And as soon as you put it on the internet, you really don't own it. You don't own it anymore. That's free commerce. That's the way America is. Now, if you had an idea and you were like, man, I don't think anybody's ever done this before, and I think this is the one thing, this is the one trick pony that's going to make me a millionaire. Take the time, get a lawyer, pay the money, do the patent search, and get yourself a patent. Now, let me explain something to you. If you think I'm an idiot, let me explain this to you. When you hire an attorney, not all attorneys will do patent work. You literally have to hire a patent attorney. Then you pay them their retaining fee, and then they quote you a price based off of whatever it is you're trying to get a patent on. You pay them that. And let me just explain the patent that I tried to get. It was $2,500 in 2005. I made a product and I wanted to get it patented. I drew it up. I made a full outline of what it was. And I hired the attorney. It was $2,500. And he goes, okay, we're going to put this in patent pending. It's patent pending, which means you've paid your money, you've hired your lawyer, and the lawyers are actually searching the patent office, and they're looking for anything that's in the same type of product that you've got. And they're researching, and it takes a month or two or possibly 3 for them to research it. While they're researching it, they give you a patent pending. Okay, you get that patent pending. When they find a product that's similar to yours, if they find one, let's say they don't find one, they come back to you and they're like, okay, well, we didn't find anything. So you want to patent this product? For me and my product, it was $25,000 to get my product patented. My patent attorney told me, hey, slow your jets. Let me explain something to you. If you patent this product right here, it's going to cost you $25,000 plus the 25 that you've already got for the patent pending. If they change this by 20%, not 25, not 10, not 15, 20, they have to change it by 20%. If they change it by 20%, they can get a patent for their product. And guess what? Now you both have patents on the same product. Who's right? Who's wrong? So the lawyer said, keep your money, spend that $25,000 on advertisement, and get your product out there first. Get it out there. There's a company that we all know called Nike that invented the track shoe. There was a movie written about him. The same thing happened. He never got it patented. The shoes were never patented. He spent that money on advertising instead of patenting, and they became the largest tennis shoe manufacturer in the world. Billions of dollars. But they don't own the patent to that shoe design, and they didn't worry about it. But what they did do, they trademarked the swoosh. They trademarked Nike swoosh. So you couldn't do that. So %, Tim, 20%. That's it. 20%. So my point to you guys is somebody made a wrench, and I'm not saying anybody's names because I just don't feel like being that big of a dick, but somebody made a wrench, posted it online, said, we have these for sale. I don't even know what the price of them were. But then a while later, someone else posts one that they made. First person gets upset, kind of calls out the second person. The second person, thank God they were, decent human beings. They contacted the first person and said, hey, look, we didn't know you. We didn't know who you were. We didn't know you made these. But out of respect, we will stop selling these. First person didn't have a patent, didn't get a trademark, didn't do anything. They just made them and put them on Facebook. Second company stopped making them and stopped making money on them because the first company basically just told them to stop. Let me be clear with you people for a second. In this world right now today, if you make something, you put it out there on Facebook, you can make money with it. You make your money. If someone attacks you on Facebook and says, you can't make that because I make that, simply just tell them, show me your patent. Show me your patent or leave me alone, because we're all here to make money. Just like the wheel manufacturers. One dude makes a wheel. What? Another company can't make a wheel? They're both, 18s, 26s, 30s, 32s, 34s. They just look different. There's a difference in the pattern of the design in the wheel. But hardly ever, never see them suing each other for making a product. My whole point is I don't care if it's a tour pack bracket. I don't care if it's a speaker pod. I don't care if it's a saddlebag. I don't care if it's a motorcycle seat. If you make something, make it. Do your thing. Get out there, hustle, grind, pump it, make your money. Make your money. If somebody attacks you on Facebook, simply just reply with, show me your patent. Because nowadays in this motorcycle industry, people are starting to be bullies. And that's the part that's got me upset. People are actually starting to bully people into believing, oh, you can't make that. I made it first. How about this? Excuse me, people. I hate to be this way. But how about this? I'm making money, Chief. If you don't have a patent, leave me alone. Stay in your lane. Make your money. Don't try to inhibit me from making my money. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't even know you existed. And even if somebody comes up with a good idea and you think you can do that idea better, do it better. Do it better. I don't like copycats. I don't like people that splash people's products. I know a guy right here in Deer Park, Texas. right here in Deer Park, Texas, that has splashed every single major manufacturer of saddlebags and fender kits. I know a guy in Deer Park, Texas that has splashed y'all's stuff. And you have customers out there that are going to buy the splashed components because the dude does it for so much cheaper. But the reality of this stuff is, the real point in this is, if you make something, and I'll give you a good example. Scott Owens from Insane Asylum. Scott Owens knew for a fact there was somebody out there splashing his parts. And you know what his reply was? Let him. I can't stop him. He's never going to sell as much as I sell. He's never going to make them as good as I make them. And my customers are actually loyal. And Scott Owens is right. Scott Owens didn't worry about what some other dude was doing. Scott Owens was like, I know who I am. I know what I make. I know my quality, and I know my customers. And I'll tell you what, you ever sit down with Scott Owens. If you can tie that 6'4" dumbass, if you can tie him down and talk to him. That dude has knowledge. That dude has stuff in his head way beyond stereos, way beyond manufacturing parts. The guy is a really good person to know in this industry because he's smart. He knows things. He knows how to do things. He's creative. He's a what is the word I'm looking for? He has a lot of ingenuity, a lot of creativity. He can see things. Follow what Scott did. Don't get pissed off. Don't get all up in your feelings because somebody made your part. Make your stuff so good they can't copy you. Their quality won't be as good as yours. Because I'll tell you right now, I consider myself a very good custom motorcycle seat builder and manufacturer because I manufacture a line of seats also. I consider myself to be one of the best in the industry. I've got literally 27 years into doing this stuff. But I'll tell you this, I also know guys like Dave Voss, James Carter, Troy Swarver, and a handful of other guys out there are just as good, if not better than I am, and they make some badass products. But I don't get mad if I think they're doing something that is similar to what I did. I don't tell them stay in their lane. I don't make, big posts all over Facebook calling them out for this. No, man, I celebrate them because those guys are good at what they do and they only make me better. My whole reason for the rant of this show was because there's people that watch this show pretty damn regularly, and I appreciate them. I could name everybody, just name them right off the top of my head, the ones that actually follow the show and enjoy what I bring to the table. What's up, Brian? I say these things in repetition ever so often, once or twice a year, because I want people to understand that, you know what? This industry is hard. This industry doesn't have to be hard. This industry could be easier, but there's so many people, so many that just want to step on people that are just trying to get better at what they do. But there's other people out there that have all the respect in this industry. They're the people that hardly ever post on Facebook. All they do is post up what they made. They don't revolve around the drama. They don't do all the live videos. They don't do any of that. They stay in their lane and they focus on what they're doing. For you guys that don't know, and I'm going to put it right out there right now, I have gotten into making literally custom barbecue pits and custom fire pits. Well, right there. Orion Metal Works. I've gotten into making them. I didn't plan on being a barbecue bit builder. I didn't plan on being a fire pit builder, but you know what? People like them. And in another week or two, I'm going to show you guys what I've been working on the last 2 weeks. It's been a lot of good work, a lot of cool stuff. And I'm hoping when I show you guys all the stuff I've made, hell, maybe more people will want more and people will want to buy this stuff. They're fully customizable. It's good if people try to copy me. It means I'm doing something right. No, you know what, Brendan? Your attitude. Your attitude is the best thing in the world, man, because what you just said, it's good if people try to copy me. It means I'm doing something right. Amen. All the way. That's badass, Brendan. And for you guys that don't know, Brendan sent me one of his tank kits and the fuel pump. He sent me a badass, fuel cap, a front fender. I actually, one of his videos, I think it actually had my 23 fat tire fender in one of his little videos that he posted. So another killer person, Brendan Thompson. You guys don't know him. I mean, how would you not? The dude's been around forever and he's awesome metal fabricator. We talk all the time. He teaches me stuff over the phone. Over the phone, this guy teaches me stuff. And he's not an arrogant asshole about it. But back to what I was saying about the copying parts, splashing parts, doing all this. Man, if you can't produce a patent with what you're making, please reserve the right to speak. Please reserve the right to bash people. Please reserve the right to just shut up. Because everybody knows you're just being a bully. So just don't do that. If somebody is making your part and you feel like they've slighted you or they've stole something from you, take it from Scott Owens, take it from Brendan Thompson, take it from Kevin Sockwell. I hate speaking about third person. I hate that. That's retarded. Take it from me. Reach out to them behind the scenes. That person may be on his last leg looking for something he can make and sell to pay his rent. But if you don't have the patent, shut up. That's the end of it. If you don't have the patent, if you don't have the trademark, shut up. Because it's real easy. It's really easy to Google the U.S. Patent Office, and you can go right in there and you can actually search. Nowadays, you can search yourself. And I'm going to tell you what, if someone tells me, well, I've got a patent on that, I will politely ask you to give me your patent number and I'll pull it up. And if you got the patent, I'm done, because I'm not that guy either. If I know you've patented, I'm not going to change it 20% and waste my time, because I know what you spent to get that patent. I know what you spent. I know where your heart's at. I know where your hours are at. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go on and go to my next thing that I think I'm pretty good at or that I can make money on and try to go that route. But I've talked to a lot of people the last week and a half about their businesses, about their hourly rates, about their products, what their products are worth. And I will tell you all right now today, man, the motorcycle industry is hurting. We're not dead. We'll never be dead. But this motorcycle industry is running on fumes right now. And if you think I'm kidding, call the manufacturers that make the parts and ask them, are your numbers up or your numbers down? Because I'm pretty sure they're all going to tell you, because I'll tell you right now, my seat numbers are way down. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm not going to smoke and mirror y'all and let y'all think, oh my God, I'm doing 100 seats a week. No, I'm not. I'm struggling. I don't have a lot of seat work, but that's the truth, man. And that's okay. But so is the whole entire industry, and not just the motorcycle industry. It's a lot of industries, because people don't have the expendable money right now today to spend on the wants. Just because people have the ability to speak doesn't necessarily mean they should. Scott, I could take that a couple of ways. Clarify that for me, please, sir, so I don't take it the wrong way. Brian Bailey, so is the racing industry. It's getting slim with the tracks that are left. Amen. Brian Bailey would know that. Brian, do you happen to know Brand? Well, Gary, that's freaking awesome. I'm really glad that you're busy right now and you're doing good. You're not feeling the pressures, which is my hope for everybody. I would hope that nobody's feeling the pressures right now. But unfortunately, there are some guys out there like myself that we're feeling the pressure. It's things are slowing down. Who you went blank for a minute? Oh no, I saw that. I've got my whole personal page on my cell phone. Do you know Brandon Dominy? He races a lot. I didn't know if you knew him or not, but that's just a side note. But anyway, back to the show, back to what I was talking about. I didn't go live to try to piss people off or to try to, throw people's business out into the thing. But what I'm trying to do is let the guys out there that are working and trying and making an effort, if somebody comes at you and tells you, hey, I made that first. He's my nephew-in-law, just to let you know. Scott Hoover said, we had that same issue up this way with two people battling it out over a similar product and took it to social media instead of simple phone call, like you said. Just makes more sense. Well, so Scott, let's be cool, but let's be clear about that for people that didn't understand it. So, but that's my whole point is if you do come up, like let's take Scott, he's a good idea. He's a good person to use right here. So let's say Scott being up in the Chicago area, let's say Scott's, makes something and I'm down here in Texas and I don't follow Scott on social media, but I make something and we both have mutual friends. And then Scott put his up there 6 months ago. And then all of a sudden I made my product and I put it up there. And then all of Scott's friends are like, hey, dude, this guy over here, this guy over here, this guy over here, he's making this stuff. And then Scott blasts me on Facebook and says, hey, man, that's my product. Why are you stealing my product? Man, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't even know who you were. I didn't know you made it. Brilliant minds think alike. If you want me to stop producing my product, all you have to do is just show me your patent on it. What's up, Mr. Doug Kime? Just show me your patent. That's all I'm asking for. Because if you don't have a patent on it, you don't own it. And since I didn't know who you were, I didn't steal anything from you. I'm just a like-minded person that actually thought like you, or you thought like me, and we both made a product that's very similar to each other's. That's in this motorcycle industry, it almost drives me crazy that certain things get support. Certain shops get support. Certain manufacturers get support. It's almost like high school cliques. Other guys are out there killing it, busting their asses, making things, working every day, doing everything they can do, They get no support. I would think that it would be really freaking cool if everybody could get on the same page, man, and realize, man, we can all make a lot of money, or we can all just keep this bullshit going on. What's up, Dre? I see you watching. But anyway, my whole rant was about, if you don't have a patent, zip it. Because if you don't have a patent and you're going to try to hurt somebody else and say that they can't make something you've made, dude, you're taking money off of their table to feed their families. Now, on the flip side of that, if I make something or you make something and someone blatantly copies you and then gives you the middle finger, man, that's a whole different conversation to have. But I will say this, if you don't have us Us, them. We all need to come together and buy and build from one another to keep driving, going through these tough times, showcase other builders and honor each other. James, I could not freaking agree with you more. I could not agree with that comment more. Thank you, Mr. Stone. I really appreciate that. But anyway, now I'm going to take two minutes to discuss the 2025 All Texas Bagger Build Off. I've told you guys we have 8 good builders. Everything's moving along. I have seen progress on some of these bikes. You people are going to shit because some of these builders, you're expecting something and they're not bringing that. Other builders, man, just trying to make a mark, trying to get known in the industry. I'll just tell you guys, I'm getting really excited about it. And yes, we are still looking for some major sponsors. Right now, I'm not going to lie about anything. We have $2,000 in the kitty that's going to go to the winner. That's all we've got. That's all we can say. I'm looking for more sponsors to, drop some money into this thing. I'm looking for advertisers to drop some money into this thing, trying to get it as big as I possibly can. But I will say this, I'm getting pictures and stuff of that nature, and I'm really impressed with the shit that I'm seeing. It actually, one of the builders is just blowing my mind. I'm not even going to say who the builder is that's blowing my mind, but with the couple of sneak peeks I've gotten, I'm just like, holy shit. I can't believe these guys are bringing this much to the table, because it's just going to be so badass. But if you would please share the videos, if you would please go to my personal page or the grind page. It's pinned to the top. There is a GoFundMe account. If you would be so generous as to donate some money towards this, myself, the builders, everybody would love you guys for that. $5, $100. If you can afford more, man, throw some more at it. Once we get to a certain amount, all that money is just going to the builders. And once I hit that number, everything after that number is going to go to making the documentary. If we don't hit the numbers, there won't be a documentary. Jason Dempsey said, love the fact you speak your mind and live life unfiltered. The world needs more truth spoken. Looking forward to meeting you in November. Right on, Jason Dempsey. I appreciate you. It's all over, man. That's why I stick to custom stuff, rather make 100 than fight for $1. Tim Nagy, man, for you guys that don't know, Tim Nagy is one of the coolest cats out there and makes some of the coolest stuff. Y'all need to reach out to him. Even if you just go follow that man's page, Look at the shit he's making. You never know, man. The dude has so much talent in the stuff that he does. It blows my mind. But anyway, I'm going to quit rambling. I've said my piece. I hope you guys enjoy the content. If any of you guys have something you want me to discuss, send me or Uncle Bruno a message and we will discuss it. I will do the research. I will get down to it and I will find out what we need to know. But anyway, you guys go have a great Thursday night. We will see you guys back here, same time, 9 p.m. next Thursday. We'll see y'all then.